Hey everyone, thanks for popping in. I'm trying to get my setup figured out here. I got this new thing that's very wobbly. Hello. This is very wobbly, and look, I have my other phone there so I can try to see what's going on here. I don't know if it's going to let me do this. I know it's sideways. Hi. I know it's sideways, but I'm trying to see if I can get it to cooperate with me. It's not really wanting to do that. I always have problems at the beginning of these things. Oh. Hey. I'm home from picking Aiden up from work, so I thought I would get on. Yes, exactly. This is how Mama relaxes. Exactly. But I really wish my camera would adjust. Look at my mess, guys. I wish it would adjust, and it's not adjusting. So I might have to just turn it. Let me see if I can turn it. I'm sorry, guys. This is really a mess. I'm trying to work this new thing that I got, and it's a bit of a disaster. I mean, now you can see that page, but that's not the page I'm actually going to work on, so. So anyway, I got some comments about this page that I did earlier today. So I thought that I would do a 2-page spread, and I think I'm going to do the other side with kind of the same scenic idea. Hello, Big Nana. Oh my goodness. I'm watching this on my other phone, which you guys can kind of see right here. And holy cow, I'm like all over the place. I know it was sideways. It should be okay now though. Oh. And I keep losing the connection. So, hi Chris. So I can't even really see on my other phone what is going on because it keeps dropping. Do you guys have a bad connection? Thank you. Does anyone else having connection problems? Hello? Still sideways. No connection problems? Good there? Okay, everyone's good. See, that's weird that it's sideways for you guys, because on my screen, it's not sideways. It's sideways. What the hey? All right, well, let me see. Look, there I am in my mirror, in my window. Is it sideways still? Hi. Okay, still sideways? Oh my gosh, what the world? I give up. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can turn this. This is crazy. I always have these problems every time. I know, turn my Bible, but if I turn my Bible, then it's the wrong direction. And I can't reach anything. So I don't have room to turn my Bible 90 degrees. Did you not see my table? Oh my word. Guys, this is just too funny. Okay, so if I turn it, yeah, good compromise. I don't know. If I turn it like that, does that do anything? I don't know if that even helps. It's fine, you can manage. I keep trying to turn my phone, but it's not working. So, whatever. Oh, man. You guys are so patient with me every darn time. I even got this new I even got this new, I don't know, it's like this arm thing that clips to your table. Stop. It clips to your table, and it's really cool, but it's kind of wobbly. So like if I bump it, that's what happens. So anyway, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay. So let me just tell you a little bit about my page here quick before I start doing some stuff on the other side. Hang on, I gotta get this cord out of the way. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so this page was just something that I was reading this morning in Isaiah. And I just love the verse in chapter 40, verse 28. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. That verse is the one that kind of popped out to me. And of course, I wanted to include the other verses as well. So I added an eagle in the sky, and because of obviously the popular verse that everyone knows about, which is verse 31, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So when I first started this page, I was thinking I wanted to do something more along the lines of that first verse that I read, verse 28. And I was going to do something about him being the Lord and creator and all that kind of stuff. But then I just sort of, I don't know, I changed gears. I don't know if you guys ever do that, but I changed gears a little bit. And I wanted to incorporate more of those verses. So because of that, I ended up having to kind of summarize what those verses were saying, which is why I chose to write what I wrote as for my journaling. So I just picked out a few different thoughts to journal. And I have to tell you, I'm going to give you a little confession. So how many times, thank you. How many times have you been like in the zone and you're writing your words out, and all of a sudden you misspell a word? Anyone? You can raise your hand or figuratively let me know. Well, let me tell you, I about died. I misspelled understanding, and I had to cover it, which is why there's a sun and clouds. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I actually wrote understandy. Instead of writing ing, I put a Y there. Like, what in the world? I have no idea. But anyway, so just confessions of a Bible journaler. So I decided I needed to improvise. So I grabbed some dies and I cut out some clouds and I cut out a sun. And oh my goodness, you should have seen me trying to position those things, trying to get them to cover up my mistake. Oh my goodness. I seriously sat here like just completely stunned for about 2 minutes because I could not believe that I spelled that word wrong. And I'm like, oh, come on. So anyway, I know, but I'm confessing anyway. So now you all know that no matter how long you've been doing this, you still can make mistakes and you can fix them. So no. Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I actually think that it's better now than if I hadn't have made the mistake. So anyway, God is so good, isn't he? Oh man, I'm telling you. So anyway, so what I'm going to do, because I did have some questions, some different people when I shared this this page on Instagram and on Facebook and some of the groups that I'm in, there were some questions about how I did the background. So I thought I would do basically the same sort of, I don't know, scenic thing going on over here on this other side. I think I'm going to do a 2-page spread. So, excuse my reach, because now that my camera or my phone is, I had to set it up differently and move my Bible. Everything's in the wrong spot. So, okay. So let me see if I can get this where you guys can actually see it. Okay, I did want to tell you too. I don't know if you guys know anything about prepping or not prepping. I don't typically prep my pages. But I did actually prep this time because I wanted to use, I actually used my masking pen, or I don't know if that's what it's called, a masking pen. Oh, where did it go? I wanted to show it to you and I can't find it. I have this thing, masking liquid pen, and I wanted to test this out. I haven't used it very much just because I'm nervous. The one time I did use it, I didn't do a very good job, and so I was nervous to do it again. I actually ended up tearing a hole in my page. I'm going to show you how I did that. So anyway, so I did actually prep this page because I wanted there to be a barrier in between the masking fluid and the paper. So I used the Liquitex matte gel medium. I did put a light coat of that on this page before I did any of the other stuff. And then I went over that once it was dry. I masked off this verse, this section of verses with the masking pen. Have you guys ever seen this before? Oh, you want to see this shot? Oh, do you want this? I don't know what you're talking about. The pen? Yeah, the glue. Okay. Yeah, this is like an art masking fluid pen. I don't know what you would really call it. It's kind of got a long name. So, Molotow. I don't even know how to say it. Yeah. So what I think I'm going to do is, I don't know how long this is going to take. Hopefully it won't take too terribly long, but I think I'm going to prep this other page and basically just do everything the same way I did the first page, just so you can kind of see the whole process. So I'm going to take, this is just an old rewards card from like a gas station, and I'm actually going to dip it into, yes, Turkey Hill, exactly. I'm going to dip it into, I'm surprised you knew it was Turkey Hill, because a lot of people don't know, unless you're from this area, you don't know what Turkey Hill is. Okay, so I'm going to put my little thing under here, and I have my, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm only about 45 minutes from Lancaster. How funny. Okay, so I'm just going to spread this Liquitex, oh my goodness, I cannot even think tonight, you guys. It's because I'm so tired. This matte gel medium, I'm just going to spread this. Now, it is harder when you apply it this way. It's kind of harder to see if you actually got the whole page covered. So on my other page, I did have a couple little spots where I missed some, and I'll show you once this is done here where I had the boo-boos. Yeah, I do that because I can get a nice thin coating. And that's kind of why I do it like that. Like I said, it's a little harder sometimes. Plus it spreads really nice. I'm just gonna, because I don't, usually the edges is where I end up not getting enough coverage. So I'm just, okay. I think I got all that. If I didn't use the card, I would probably just use a paintbrush. Yeah, I probably would just use a paintbrush. which I have also done in the past, but I tend to like this better because the paintbrush is, I don't know, it just, you get a lot more paint or a lot more of the medium than you really want. So, I don't know about that, but thank you. So, okay, let me just close this up. Oh, no, you're not dumb. It's okay. It creates a barrier. It creates a barrier so that my paper is not going to get as wet when I put this masking fluid down. Because this is kind of a wet, and I got to really shake it up too. This is kind of a wet, I don't even know what you would call it. It's a fluid. I mean, it's a liquid, a masking liquid. And the last time I used this without prepping my page, I actually tore my page. And I did not want that to happen. So basically the medium will help to protect my page. And I'm going to just show you, I'm going to flip this here for a second and show you the difference. See this area here and down in, no, that actually was a fold. But this right here, and I don't know if you can see, my phone's down too far, but this green area here, those two spots, basically anywhere you see a little bit of a darker area, that was where I did not get the matte gel medium on my page. Like I missed those areas. So you can see that the ink actually comes through more. So basically it just helps with the bleeding and that kind of thing. But then it also helps to protect my page from getting too wet when I put this stuff down. So, okay, anyway, so now I just want to, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm actually going to turn my heat tool on here for a quick second. It's a little bit loud. No, actually it's not, because a lot of the Bible journals are made of basically the same paper, I think. I don't know if anyone else wants to answer that. Anyone else that has a different kind of Bible. My Bible pages are a little bit different from the typical Bible pages. But the pages are still quite thin. Sorry about the noise, guys. This is kind of an obnoxious sound. I just want to dry that quickly so that we don't have to sit here and wait for too long. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. I think that's pretty dry. It actually, I like the texture that it gives too. It's a pretty smooth, sort of like a matte texture. Thank you. It is the KJV Journaling Bible, and actually I could probably show you who makes it here. I don't know. There we go. King James Journaling Bible. It's got a really pretty cover, and it's by, I don't know how to say it, but Babor. I don't know. I can't read it. Barber. There we go. I can't even read it because of the light. Okay. All right. So back to my page. Now I was looking at these verses and trying to determine what I wanted to put in here, but I do think I'm just going to do basically the same type of background that I did on the other page just to show you. And then I might add like maybe a tree coming in from the side over here. I don't know if I'll get that far in the scope, but at least I will start the page. Let me just see where the verses were that I was thinking of highlighting. Oh. No, I missed it. See that? Oh, here's some. Let me see if I can use this. Oh, that's the one you have? Yeah, I really like this one. I think I'm going to highlight a couple verses. Okay, so this pen, it goes on wet And then as it dries, it's like sticky, kind of like a weird, I don't even know how to explain it. It just dries, makes you think of almost like a glue, but you can erase it. I'm going to erase it once I'm done here with all the sponging and adding the color and stuff. So it's a KJV journaling Bible from Barbour, Barbour, B-A-R-B-O-U-R, I believe is how you spell it. And what was the other one? I wanted to do a couple of these verses since they kind of will go along with the theme of the page. Now, because I'm going to be using ink to add the color, you'll still be able to read through the words, and this stuff will erase off. Okay, so let me just see. I don't know, that might still be a little bit wet. Yeah, I saw, yeah, there we go. The autocorrect. Okay, I'm just going to dry this again quick. Thanks for your patience, guys. This is a little bit of a process, unfortunately. And like I said, I don't typically actually prep my pages, but because I'm using this masking pen, I wanted to prep them. So, okay. So you can see how it's kind of like almost looks glossy, and it's a little tacky. But once I'm done adding the color, I can erase that stuff off of there, and it will have left my page, that section of the page white. So, okay, so let me see if I can find my little mask. This is a little cloud die cut that I cut out of like a plastic sheet. It's kind of like a binder cover, and that way it's a little sturdier. So that is what I'm going to use to mask the clouds so that I can sponge my sky. So I'm also using, in case you like to know, I'm using these little Memento dewdrop pads. Bahama Blue is the color for the blue that I'm going to use. If you don't use a heat tool on oh, right. Yeah, I don't like to use the heat tool usually. Oh, the masking fluid. Yeah, it actually I did use it on my other page too. But I'm sorry, I just lost what I was doing here. Anyway, I did use it on my other page too, the heat tool, just because I was being impatient. So all right, well, now I lost myself, so now I really can't see what's going on. There we go. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. My other phone is really being stupid. I'm trying to follow the comments, and it just completely shut Periscope off, so I had to find it again. Okay, so I'm going to start up at the top here, and I'm going to hold my little mask down and sponge in a circular motion above the cloud mask. And then I'm going to move it over, and then when I pull it away, you can see there's a nice white cloud. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to keep doing this and kind of moving it wherever I want. And let's see, how about if we do, can you guys see this? I don't know if this angle is great, and I'm not left-handed, so this is really awkward for me, but just the way that this is set up is weird. Okay. And then what I like to do is, instead of just having like the whole cloud shape, I like to come in at the bottom of the clouds and just sort of add a little bit more of that blue. It just sort of makes them look a little bit fluffier, in my opinion, I guess. And I really don't need a whole lot of extra ink, so I don't have to go back too often and get more ink because I don't want it to be too dark. Okay. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see it up here, but where I missed a little bit with my, it's darker right there because I did not get even coverage with the matte gel medium. But I don't sweat the small stuff when it comes to that kind of thing. You know, you just have to keep going. It's no big deal. It just adds a little character. Okay, let me just see here. How far down do I want to go with this? Thanks for the hearts. All right. So this is a very fluffy sky. Lots of clouds going on. Okay. So now I'm going to come in, since I'm going to use kind of like a purple color to do the mountains. I am going to actually come in here and just add a little bit more sky across this section here. Because there won't be any clouds there really, but we're going to cover most of that up. I mess up all the time. Did I miss something? Did I mess up and miss it? I don't even know. Okay. Okay. My nose is running. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to be sniffling, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Where did my green sponge go? Oh, don't tell me I lost it. Guys, my desk is a disaster. I'm not sweating the small stuff. She's impressed. Well, thanks, Sienna. It's not really that impressive, but I don't know what I did with that. Oh my goodness, guys. What did I do with my green? There it is. Ugh. If I actually would clean up once in a while, this wouldn't happen. I don't really clean up very well. I make a good mess. I make an excellent mess, but I don't clean it up as well. So, okay. So now I'm going to come in with, oh goodness, now I'm moving things around. Let me move this down a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see better. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to come in with the green, and I'm first just going to, well good, I'm glad I'm in good company. I'm going to add the green. I'm just going to sponge this on. It froze. Yeah, I think my connection isn't that great. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, we should be like, let's all just scope and show everybody. We should do like a scope hop where we just show our messy areas. Exactly what our real space looks like. Real Bible journalers of the Periscope world. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I tried to do too. That's why I couldn't find anything, because I just shoved everything out of the way. I couldn't find what I was looking for. Okay. So you guys all can still see. I hope you can see okay. This is a little bit of a weird angle. And now I have to stamp, so this is going to really get interesting. Okay, I might have to actually, I might have to turn this again. So you guys might have to look at it a little bit sideways. I'm sorry. All right, so for the stamping part, oh, see, I'm not OCD about, I'm just not, I'm too much of a right brain person to be OCD about stuff, I guess. Okay, where is, see guys, now I don't know where my ink pads are. Oh my goodness. This is just craziness. All right, here we go. Here's one. All right, now I will tell you that when you stamp on the matte gel medium, it will smear if you either don't heat set it, like let it dry, if you're using like a water-based ink. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp off my image on my scrap paper, and then I'm going to come in and just stamp my little grass, my like wild grassy image. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It doesn't show up very dark, but that's okay because I don't really want it to. And then I'm going to do a darker color and come in and stamp again. And stamp off. This part isn't very exciting when I'm inking this up and trying to stamp it. And I don't know if you're curious, if you like stamps and you're just curious as to what I'm using here. This is just a grass image from, what did I do with it? Here. From this stamp set, which has been very well loved. It's called Nature Silhouettes. And so I'm just using this little image down here for the grass. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping ink pads. I seriously just got green ink on my shirt. You guys, I'm a mess, okay? A mess. Total mess. And then I like to just, even if there's a little bit of ink left over when you're doing this kind of a scene, it gives it a little bit of depth if you stamp, even if it's lighter in some areas. So the angle, the light that's up here is really making it hard for you guys to see this probably, but I don't know how to do that. You love messy. Okay. Now what I want to do is just dab off. Yeah, see, that's what I just about did. It was a little ink pad, but I'm going to dab off some of this ink because it is kind of wet from that matte gel medium being down first. Dab that off just a smidge. And then I'm going to heat it again, just briefly. I don't want there to be too much of a tackiness going on there. Okay, there we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now I have to find what I did with my mask for my mountain. And I don't know what I did with it, so hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. I found it. Okay, I am all about multi-purposing, so I actually cut my my shapes from my other page out of this of this sheet of paper, and this is where my mask is for my mountains. So what I did basically was I just took a piece of cardstock and I just cut out, hey Kathy, I just cut out this shape of a mountain, and I am going to come in here like this. Actually, I'll start on this side since it's a little further away from me. Just hold that down, and let me get my ink pad. This color, oh, I forgot to show you guys what green I was using. I don't know if you care or not, but it's bamboo leaves. And then I'm going to use, for the mountains, I'm going to use this Paris Dusk. It's kind of like a violet color. All right, and then I'm just going to come in and sponge some of that purple in there, that violet color in there. Okay, so then when I remove that, you can see there's a mountain. Yay! And I don't know if you like them to be like varied in size or whatever, but you could make different, obviously different masks if you wanted to do different sizes, but I didn't want to get too technical, so I just was like, we'll just use one. And there's another one. Maybe we'll do a little bit higher one here. And I always start off when I'm doing this kind of sponging, I always like to start on the scrap paper and work my way on in a circular motion, because you don't want to just touch the paper and then end up with a big blob. So like a big circle of ink where you did not want it. So anyway, okay, so then there's a mountain. And I think I'll just do 3 mountains for that one, because I might actually do a tree or so. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm still thinking about what I want to put there. And my Periscope crashed again. So if you see me joining my own scope again, that's because I am. Okay. All right. So then what I did was to get the white tips, I used my Sharpie paint pen. This is a extra fine. Oh, the dark blue was called Paris Dusk. Oops, sorry, the glare is pretty bad. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my white paint pen, and I want to draw in my snow-capped mountains. You could do this however you want. I'm just gonna I don't want to totally cover the words, so I'm trying not to. It's kind of hard not to, but oh, dust. Sorry, I probably did say that. Wouldn't surprise me if I said the wrong thing. And then just to define it a little bit, I'm going to just outline with the white. Is that your autocorrect again? You need your heating checked. All right. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. No worries. All right. I think my pen is actually finally starting to run out of ink because I use this thing all the time. And I think it's starting to starting to see the end. The end is near. Thankfully, I have many more of them. Okay. Yeah, I might have to add more of that later because it's just, my pen is starting to finally run out of ink. Okay. So that's the mountains. And basically that's, I mean, honestly, that's it, guys. There's not really much else to it. I'm not ready to finish this page, so I don't want to do any of my hand lettering and all that kind of stuff. You can't find the one I have. We actually sell it on our website, sweetandsassystamps.com. I don't know, Rebecca, I don't know where my little paper is to show you that you could screenshot. So maybe one of the other girls could put our website as a comment. But Sweet N Sassy Stamps. So sweet, the letter N, sassystamps.com. Okay, so now I'm going to erase, and let's keep our fingers crossed here. I'm going to erase this masking fluid. This is like a, what's it called? It's a adhesive pickup square. So it helps to remove adhesive. Yes, thank you. It helps to remove adhesives, and it removes the masking fluid. So as I run this eraser over this blue masking fluid, yeah, it is erasing it. Now, I didn't do a very good job applying it down here, so there is a little bit of blue in there, or purple. I didn't apply it quite as thick. This one up here is a little thicker, so it will be probably a little bit nicer. But that one's a little harder to tell anyway because it looks like it's in a cloud, so you can't even really tell that I used the masking fluid up there, but that's okay, no worries. But you can see it, it's kind of cool because you can see what it actually does. I'll move that down a little bit so you can see it better. So anyway, so that is basically how you do that kind of a page with the sponging and everything. So if you have any kind of inks like that, these sponge daubers that I use are awesome. I don't sell the masking pens, actually, you know, and honestly, they're kind of expensive. So I got mine on Amazon, and you can get them in 2 different sizes. I also have a smaller size. This is the 4.0 millimeters. What is it? I don't even know. Millimeters. Let me see if I can find my other one. I'm not sure where my other one is. But I have another one that's smaller than that has a smaller tip than that. So this one, the tip is, oh yeah, Hobby Lobby might carry them. The tip is kind of blunt there. It's pretty big. So I don't know where my other one is though. I do have another one, but as I've already stated, my desk is a mess, so who knows where that is. Anyway, but that is the page. Yeah, it does have a very large tip. Oh, really? Michael's? Because I looked at Michael's and couldn't find it there. Maybe it depends on your location. Because I did actually go to Michael's and try to find them. Or it could just be that I went to the wrong section and just didn't know where to find them. But I did look. I think I scoured the place trying to find one. Oh, they had one left. Yeah, the 2 millimeter. That's the other one that I have, the smaller one. But I got this bigger one because I wanted to try to write like some bigger words. Which I haven't done yet. I haven't tried that yet, but I want to try to write maybe some bigger words across a page. And I thought this bigger tip would be nice for that. Yeah, Stephanie, they are, yeah, I think that's about how much mine was. I think it was like, actually, this one I think was more than that because it's the bigger tip. I think this one might have been like 16. So, yeah. So, I mean, if you're going to get it at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, definitely take a coupon. I wanted to try them so bad that I just didn't care how much they were because I saw somebody else did a scope with those and I thought, oh, that is so cool. I want to try that. So I was like, I'm just going to get them. Yeah, I hope you will try something similar. It's really cool. And I'll definitely make sure, yes, they do. They do have refills that you can refill. So I'm glad for that because I don't want to have to buy another pen. I don't remember what I was just going to say. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was going to say that once I get this other page done, I will definitely be sure to share on Instagram and on Facebook, so that you can see the whole 2-page spread. Let me see if I can pull this up a little bit more so you guys can see better. This is very wobbly. Very wobbly. There we go. Can you see it a little bit better now? Maybe? You crack yourself up. I didn't even hear what you said. I see what you said. I missed it. So you were saying something funny and I didn't catch it. Now that you guys are all seasick because I was doing that. No, Stephanie, because I prepped my page, it didn't bleed through. So I don't always prep my page, but I just did this time. Okay, no problem. Have a good night, Nancy. Yeah, I don't always prep my pages. In fact, I very rarely prep my pages. But this did not, because of the fact that I did not, or that I did prep it, it didn't bleed through at all. Yeah, that's okay. You can catch the replay if you want. I used the matte gel medium from Liquitex to prep my page first this time, but that was only because I was using the masking. I don't know. You said that you have the masking pen. I don't know if you've noticed that it can sometimes, if it gets too wet, like it tore my page one time. So I was a little bit freaked out and I didn't want to have that happen again. So I thought, well, maybe I should prep my page first just in case. Because I literally tore a hole in the page when I did it before. I think it does. It's not as gritty. It's not gritty like gesso. It is very matte. Like it has a nice matte finish to it. Yes, it tears. I thought well, it did for me. It did for me. My page got too wet from it or something. And, I don't know. It was weird because I've used watercolors and not really had that problem with tearing, but it made me really nervous. I don't know if I was pushing too hard or I didn't shake it enough. Who knows? Trial and error, you live and learn. So anyway, so that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Were you really? Oh, that's so fun, Kathy. Yeah, I heard that about the Art Basics gesso. I didn't have access to that, and since Michael's sells this, and I was at Michael's and I had a coupon, I was like, I'm just gonna get this. I didn't want to have to make a special trip somewhere or just order on Amazon. Oh, it makes your pages wrinkle. Yeah, this doesn't really, I mean, you can see my page isn't wrinkly. It's actually pretty nice. I don't know if I have another page I could show you where I used the matte gel medium. Oh, I do. Let me see. It's back this way. Okay, I'm going to have to pull this out so I can actually look. Okay, this page I also used, the matte gel medium. I'm really having a hard time getting you guys to be able to see the whole thing here because of my setup. But this was the matte gel. I am using the KJV. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix this stupid thing so you guys can see more of the Bible, but it's not really working. I have the KJV journaling Bible. Can you see that? KJV journaling Bible. Oh my goodness, now my screen's changing all over the place. Okay. This is the one I have. It's not wanting to focus. Yeah, it keeps wanting to focus in and out, but this is the company, the publisher. So the pages are nice and white, which this is the only journaling Bible I've found that has white pages. I think most of the other ones have like a cream colored page. This is watercolor. Yes, this is watercolor over the matte gel medium. And again, like I said, it's really hard to see. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to catch up on your comments, but my connection keeps coming in and out, so I'm a little bit behind. Yeah, my pages, I mean, most of my pages do wrinkle, like, but once they sit closed for a while, like this was done with watercolors. This page was done with watercolors, and it is, you can see it's a little bit wrinkly, but it's not too bad. Once it sits closed, it usually flattens a little bit more. It doesn't bother me too much. I actually kind of like the sound of it, of the crinkly, wrinkled pages. And there's a shadow now because of my light. So you guys are probably having a hard time seeing this, right? Oh, well. It's nighttime. That's what happens. I get shadows. Yeah, that's what I said. I love the sound. I don't know what it is. It's just, I love the sound of it. So, like this page here, this was done with watercolors, and this one is more wrinkly. Like it's, I don't know if you can see at that angle maybe. Yeah, see how wrinkly? That one got kind of wrinkly, but I did keep kind of adding to it. So, I wet it numerous times, which is why I think that page got so wrinkly. Let's see. Which one? This one here? Thank you. Yeah, that's with our feather set, his wings set, and then here's one I did recently. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if I can. This one I got a little bit crazy with. I was like, I just kept adding and adding and adding and adding. It was like crazy. And I started with like 2 colors, and then I was like, oh, I think I'll do more colors, and oh, maybe I'll do another color, and well, then it became just like a rainbow mess. So it was kind of fun. And I put some little glittery pennants down here, or whatever you want to call them, bunting. So it was kind of fun. A very wild and crazy page. And then this one was just, how did I do the banner? This guy down here? Yeah, Lisa Frank. Oh, that's bringing back the memories. Oh my goodness. That's like elementary school. Good times, good times. This thing down here, if that's what you were asking me, I'm trying to follow the comments, but my phone is very slow in showing me the comments, and it keeps losing connection. Okay, this was actually, these are little die cuts out of glitter paper. And I had some twine, some baker's twine, and I just basically glued it all together. I glued the twine. I flipped these over so that I could glue the twine on the backs of each one to make it stay together. And then I just glued everything down, and then I added little bows there. You did? Oh my word, that's so cool. That is so cool. I remember all the sticker books and stuff. Oh my goodness. Seriously, you guys, I'm like having a walk down memory lane right now. Lisa Frank stickers. Oh my goodness. Yes, totally the good old days. Oh. And now kids wouldn't even know what on earth a sticker book is. You know, they'd be like, what? Why would you want stickers? I mean, I guess they still make stickers, but with all the electronics we have today, I don't think sticker books are nearly as amusing. Oh yeah, me too. I was all about it. All about it. That's so funny. Okay, so this one was done with acrylic paints, but I didn't prep that either. So like the back of this, and I did not prep this. You can tell this is really bad. This page here, I did not prep, and pretty much all of the stamping. And I did some coloring with markers, and that all bled through pretty badly. But again, not sweating the small stuff. No big deal. I will do this page, and I will cover that up, and it will be fine. And then this one was acrylics. And then these were not acrylics. This was sponging like I did tonight. And I did not prep these pages either. But it's really hard. I know you guys can probably not see this. What is the paint scraping technique for? To cover this mess? Yes, exactly. Like this right here, which is what I did on this page. Okay, so back to the other question. Somebody asked me another question, and again, I'm so scatterbrained I can't even remember. There was another question. Does anybody want to ask me that question again? If you remember what it was, I'm going to take a quick drink. Oh, what type of acrylics do I use? Okay. I am a cheapo, and so I use the generic El Cheapo paints. That's what I use. These are the ones from Walmart, I think, Apple Barrel, and these are the ones from Michael's, and they are less than $1. So, I don't know, maybe eventually I'll invest in some of like the heavy body paints and stuff, but do I realize who you are? Deanna. Yes, I do. I can see that you're DJ's mom. You're my new buddy. Okay, so let's see. It's hard to keep up with all the faces. I'm having a hard time like looking at everyone's. Yes, I'm having a hard time looking at all the. I can see comments, but it's hard to see who is saying them. And then this is one of my favorite spreads. I love these colors. Some fun stuff. Good night, honey. Thank you. Well, this is actually a stamp. This is from a stamp. I'm not really all that great at lettering. I mean, I do a lot of my own hand lettering, but we have so many awesome stamp sets that I really don't have to do too much of my own hand lettering, really. But I mean, I still do because sometimes I don't want to break out the stamps. But Rebecca, she is, I don't know, I think she's still here. If she's still here, Rebecca, she had designed this set. This is called Seek Him. And right now it's sold out, but we do have more on order, so that's a good thing. Yes, she designed, Rebecca, you designed this set. Seek Him. My connection seriously keeps dropping, so that's why I keep missing all of the comments. And I'm late in answering them. Because my phone, I think I just must have a really bad internet connection or something. So, anyway, well, I'm going to actually wrap this up, you guys, since it's going on 10 o'clock here, and my husband's probably waiting for me to come to bed. So thank you for joining me and for sticking around. Maybe I'll do a Bible walkthrough sometime in the near future, since I do have a lot of new pages that I haven't really shared in that way. Thanks, Stephanie. It was nice having you here. How is so white? Are you talking about these words? I actually colored the words in with my Sharpie. This Sharpie paint pen. So if you're talking about the white, all this white was done with the Sharpie paint pen. Yeah, so this was an open word stamp, and I just colored it in. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I have that set sitting here or not. Whoa, I'm dropping everything. Oh my goodness, I have so many stamps. It's insane. Okay, I'm breaking out the stamps. Hold on. I'm trying to find it so I can show it to you. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, so the set that I used, oh my word, it's upside down. Okay, the set that I used for this page is actually this stamp set. Yeah, it's still kind of early for you in Texas. I'm in Pennsylvania, so it's a little bit later for me. But this is called Seek Him, and you can get it on our website, sweetandsassstamps.com. It is on pre-order right now. Yes, Stamp Heaven. Did you see that giant stack? This is just like my Bible journaling stamps. Actually, that's not even all of them, but yeah, it's a little crazy. I have a problem. That's what happens when you're a stamp company owner. You have a problem with stamps. You get to keep one of each one you release, which is actually kind of cool. So, oh, the website, let me just write it down. You guys can screenshot it. Hold on. Let me find something to write on. Oh my goodness. You'd think I'd have something I could write on in this mess. Oh, okay. We'll do it here. All right. It's oops. See, I'm already having mistakes. I can't even spell my own business name. It is time for bed. Okay, that's really bad, but there you go. Sweet and Sassy. This is an A. Holy moly. Yes. This is the Bible that I spend the most time in now. I do actually, I've come to really love this Bible, just because I put so much of my heart into it. And yes, you're welcome. So I do actually use this Bible a lot. I even take it to church a lot, which I know some people do and some people don't. But I have other Bibles. So if I don't, like this is KJV, so if I want to read ESV or NKJV or something, then I could, I can certainly grab another one of my Bibles. And I use my Bible app a lot too. So, but it's kind of become quite a treasure. So I really do like to use it, and I like to take it with me to church, and I just try not to be too obvious when I'm flipping through it, because I don't want people to be like, oh, what's going on with your Bible? So, although I get a lot of comments on my bookmarks. Lots of people are like, wow, you have a lot of bookmarks. My Ionic girls are like, wow, you have a lot of bookmarks. And I say, yep. It's because I love to spend time in God's Word. And there's lots of things I want to mark. So hopefully that plants a little seed in there, little hearts. So anyway. Oh, of course. You bet. No problem. Thanks for joining. All right, well, listen, I'm gonna log off, you guys. I hope you have a great evening, and I will catch you next time. Thank you. Good night. Thanks, guys. I'm just going to let everybody kind of say their byes if they want, and I'll flip back to this. All right. Good night. Thanks for joining me. Sleep well.